Tantor Audio, a division of Recorded Books, presents FairWays to Leadership, Building Your Business Network One Round of Golf at a Time, by Eric Boyd and Anna Alvarez Boyd. Narrated by Will Tulin. Introduction. Leadership and the Game of Golf. Golf supports leadership development by providing an environment where an individual faces many of the same challenges that are faced by leaders in their position of authority and responsibility for an organization. Sports are recognized for creating effective learning environments because they support active learning and provide immediate feedback to the learner. Golf offers a unique opportunity for leadership development because it is one of the few sports where you compete primarily against yourself and the environment, opening the opportunity for the richness of self-reflection that is crucial to leadership development. It also challenges an individual in many important aspects of leadership, including integrity, adaptability, and mindfulness. Through recognizing and mastering these challenges, an individual can develop as an effective leader. The opportunities golf provides for leadership development are borne out in research indicating that 85% of executives believe that playing golf impacts the way they act as leaders, and that it is a key contributor to the quality of their leadership. Not insignificantly, golf, again unlike most other sports, serves a prominent role in the social life of business. 90% of Fortune 500 CEOs play golf, and of these, 80% play to build their professional networks, while 93% believe it helps them develop closer relationships with individuals in their professional networks. Thus, playing golf provides a unique opportunity for networking and building relationships with individuals who have influence over who can access leadership roles. These individuals can be referred to as special playing partners, and building relationships with them is important because it is current business leaders who make decisions about the hiring and promotion of future business leaders. The popularity of golf with business leadership means that the game provides an avenue for gaining access to special playing partners who can help in acquiring leadership positions. Charity golf events provide an excellent example of the intersection between the social life of business and golf. There are over 800,000 charity golf events a year, and the vast majority are supported by businesses. Support of charity events often involves personnel from a company playing in the event along with current or potential clients. Playing in your company's group provides the chance for you to spend time with individuals from your own company and with the personnel from your client. Each of them can play an influential role in your leadership journey, both now and in the future. However, the significant benefits that access to the game of golf provides haven't been within reach of everyone in the workforce. You do not have to look far to find evidence of the limited access women and people of color have to business leadership in the United States. Women make up 47% of the American workforce, but only 5% of Fortune 500 CEOs, a number that is trending down since reaching a peak of 6% in 2017. The numbers get even starker when considering people of color. Only 3.2% of senior leadership roles at large companies in the United States are held by black individuals, and similarly low numbers describe the percentage of Latinx, 4.3%, and Asian, 6.9%, leaders in executive roles within American firms. The numbers do not improve when you combine gender and race. Only 4.7% of business leadership positions in S&P 500 companies are held by women of color. As used in this book, the term people of color refers to underrepresented groups in business and leadership, including Black, Latinx, Asian, and Native or Indigenous people. The golf industry reflects the business profile described here. Of the 30,000 golf professionals registered with the Professional Golfers Association, PGA, of America, only 10% are women, and fewer than 1% are African Americans. Only 23% of all golfers are women, and only 18% of golfers are people of color. Several factors create barriers for new golfers to learn, play and use golf for advancing their career. One barrier is social exclusion. Golf club rules at private clubs can limit access to women and people of color. For example, Augusta National, a private golf club and home of the Masters Men's Golf Championship played in Augusta, Georgia, only admitted its first female member in 2012, and Muirfield Golf Club, a private golf club in the United Kingdom that regularly hosts the Open Men's Golf Championship, only began admitting female members in 2019. Public courses offer a more accessible option than private clubs because there are fewer rules associated with who can play, and the cost tends to be much lower. However, public courses are less frequently patroned by special playing partners. So while public courses provide more accessibility, they do not solve inclusion issues. Social exclusion also occurs in a less formal manner. Women can be made to feel unwelcome when golf courses, both private and public, make efforts to accommodate men but not women. One place where this can happen is in the pro shop. Women feel unwanted when they go into the pro shop and see only a smattering of merchandise catered to them, but a room full of men's shirts, shoes, hats, and related clothing and golf accessories. A lack of female staff or staff of color also creates a sense of social exclusion, as do event calendars full of golf outings for men, but only a single day for women's events. A visit to the pro shop or website will provide insight into the extent to which women are welcome and accommodated at a course. In addition to aspects of the golf course being a social barrier, perceptions of women and people of color can also play a role in making the game feel unwelcoming. These perceptions are communicated in statements made in frustration on the golf course, like a male golfer saying, "Hit it, Alice," when his putt comes up short. They are also communicated in microaggressions that occur when red tee markers are described as the ladies' tees, which limits the options of women golfers to one set of tee markers, while men can choose from any of the tee markers on a tee box. These perceptions and the statements they motivate can make the game uninviting and reduce the likelihood of participation by women. Furthermore, racial stereotypes related to sports intelligence can both shape how people of color are treated and negatively impact their ability to play well. Regardless of race and gender, golf presents economic challenges for many new players. Golf is not a cheap sport. Playing requires buying a set of clubs, a golf bag, balls, and tees. Collared shirts and other clothing necessary to meet dress code requirements add to the cost. Furthermore, green fees must be paid each time you play. Improving at the game requires spending time and money at the driving range, and hiring a golf coach can cost $75 to $100 for an hour-long lesson. In addition to the social and economic barriers, special challenges also arise when using golf to access leaders and leadership opportunities. First, playing a round of golf can take a considerable amount of time, ranging from 4 to 5 hours depending on the pace of play. As a result, golf provides a longer period of access to leaders compared with other avenues of access like meetings or dinners. You must plan for the length of this engagement, but remain flexible to react as events unfold during the round. A second unique challenge is the informal nature of the time you will spend with your special playing partner. The golfing experience takes place away from the office and outside in nature. This leads to more informal interactions, where topics range from business to personal. You must remember this difference while taking advantage of the opportunity informality provides for developing rapport with a special playing partner. Third, special playing partners are business leaders who might often use a round of golf to evaluate potential leaders, inside or outside their organizations, whom they are considering as business partners. For example, Jack Welch, former CEO of GE, routinely played golf with potential executives because he believed the time, informality, and nature of golf provided unique insight into the leadership character of a person. Thus, acting in ways that positively reflect you as a leader is important. In 2004, I left my role as a senior leader in the federal government to join Fannie Mae Corporation. Just 2 weeks into the new job, my boss stopped by my office with the news that I would be playing in the women's golf outing later that month. Imagine my surprise and rising panic. Golf isn't commonly used for networking in the federal government, so it was completely uncharted territory. In a leap of faith, I borrowed clubs from a neighbor who was about my height and went off to the event in complete terror. Upon arriving at Lansdowne Golf Club in Virginia, I was greeted by some colleagues and a small team of supportive women golf professionals. With patient guidance, they helped me find some straight putts and the beginning outline of what would become a decent enough swing. That day led to many happy hours on the course with my colleagues, business associates, and most importantly, my family and friends. In addition, I now have access to a game I can turn to throughout my life for health and wellness. Anna. Navigating the challenges. What can be done to overcome the challenges? This book outlines how the game of golf provides valuable lessons in leadership to help underrepresented individuals in the business world. Challenges occur at multiple points during a golfing experience. As a result, playing a round of golf involves many moments where leadership skills are required, hereafter referred to as leadership moments on the course. The first leadership moment occurs at the clubhouse. Being a leader at this moment requires identifying special playing partners whom you can network with on the golf course. This requires planning the round, making the invite, and preparing your special playing partner for the golf outing. The next leadership moment occurs at the practice area. Spending time at the putting green and driving range before starting the round ensures your mind and body are ready for the playing and engaging with your special playing partner. The next leadership moment occurs at the tee box. The tee box represents one of the few times at each hole where you and your special playing partner come together and hit from the same spot on the course, which provides an opportunity for engaging with your special playing partner and developing a relationship with them. There are also leadership moments in the fairway and at the green, each of which allows you an opportunity to best leverage your networking during the round. After the round, a leadership moment occurs at the 19th hole, when you host the playing partner in the clubhouse and have a chance to discuss opportunities with them. Here is where the actions taken and the decisions you've made at each of the prior leadership moments combine to determine your business success with the round. How can you successfully navigate these different leadership moments? In the next chapter, we describe the skills and behaviors needed on the course and in the business environment. These include acting in ways that reflect curiosity, adaptability, empowerment, integrity, mindfulness, and strategy. Employing these behaviors will provide you with an opportunity to display your business leadership ability, because these 6 behaviors are often associated with being an effective leader. Thus, learning these 6 leadership behaviors and deploying them during a round of golf will position you to most benefit from time on the golf course with business leaders. Golf like a leader. As you play a round of golf, you will experience moments when you're in the spotlight, off the tee, in trouble, in the bunker, and just where you belong, right down the fairway. Just like business challenges, how you handle these moments says something about your leadership brand. The 6 leadership skills described in this chapter can be practiced on the course and in the boardroom. Building an awareness of how you demonstrate these skills in different situations will help you build confidence on and off the golf course. Curiosity. One leadership behavior required for successfully managing leadership moments that arise when using golf to access business leadership is curiosity. A curious person seeks knowledge and is open to new ways of doing things. Curious people ask questions like, why, what if, and how could. Curious people are also good listeners because they emphasize learning from others. Curiosity is considered an important trait of business leaders because it enables leaders to effectively accomplish important business goals requiring innovation and creativity. Considering more alternatives for addressing a problem or capturing an opportunity contributes to better outcomes. Curious leaders also make fewer decision errors because they are more willing to question the status quo and think more deeply about a decision or issue facing the people they lead. Curiosity also helps to develop deeper and more trusting relationships because of the tendency of curious leaders to take the perspective of others into consideration when making decisions. As a result, people led by a curious leader are often more motivated, perform higher, and are more satisfied with their job. Partly because of these benefits, 83% of leaders say they value and promote curiosity in their counterparts and employees. Curiosity is important when using golf to access business leadership because of the information that needs to be collected and the many decisions that must be made before, during, and after the golf round. Before the round, you need to learn your playing partner's golfing abilities and interests so that proper courses and tee times can be arranged. The extended time spent playing will inevitably present many opportunities to engage in small talk with your playing partners. Asking open-ended questions during the round allows you to develop strong and trustworthy relationships. Likewise, each hole on the course is different, which will require you to look at each shot in different ways. Additionally, curiosity is also important when opportunities to discuss topics more in-depth present themselves, as you share a drink or food in the clubhouse at the 19th hole after the round. Adaptability. A second leadership behavior that is critical to success when using golf to access business leadership is adaptability. This leadership trait refers to one's ability to sense and respond to change. Being adaptable requires a leader to be flexible in renegotiating outcomes and tapping into their intuition and negotiation skills. Adaptability is especially important in environments that change often. Through their ability to adapt, a leader can respond effectively to changes in technology, social values, politics, or economic conditions, and use change as a source for competitive advantage in the marketplace. For these reasons, adaptability is one of the top 5 skills leaders recognize as key to success in the future. Adaptability is also important during a golfing experience with a special playing partner. Before a round, you may need to adapt to the arrival time of your special playing partner at the clubhouse. The extended time of the round will undoubtedly result in unexpected situations associated with golf shots, information shared during a round, or other causes. If the pace of play slows down significantly, you may need to switch to a best ball format. Adaptability can also be important after the round, when you may have to adapt if your special playing partner decides not to join you at the 19th hole. Staying open to changing circumstances will greatly enhance the experience for you and others. Empowerment. Empowerment is another important leadership trait to rely on when using golf to access business leadership. It reflects the degree of autonomy, self-direction, and control one has over a task. When empowered, individuals feel more committed to a task, perform better in completing the task, and gain greater satisfaction from the experience. Business leaders recognize the importance of empowerment for the outcomes it makes possible, but also because 70% of employees consider being empowered to be critical to their effective engagement within an organization. Feeling fully empowered allows you to integrate your knowledge, skills, and abilities to make the best decision possible for the challenge ahead of you. The importance of empowerment appears in many situations before, during, and after a round of golf being used to access business leadership. For example, it can play a role prior to the round when choosing a course that will allow you and your special playing partner to play your best, so that playing golf does not get in the way of developing and nurturing a relationship. Likewise, empowerment is important in many instances during the round, such as when deciding which set of tee boxes to play. It can also be important after the round in the decision of whether or how to meet with your special playing partner off the course. Integrity. Integrity is important when using golf to access business leadership. Individuals who act with integrity respect both laws and norms in a situation. The value for integrity for a leader rests on how it impacts others' expectations of how they will be treated. Individuals who see their leader acting with integrity are more likely to believe that the leader will treat them well and do what's right for an organization. That's why integrity is one of the top traits both leaders and employees value in an individual. While using golf to access business leadership, an individual faces many situations before, during, and after the round that require integrity for success in developing and nurturing relationships with their special playing partners. Simple acts like checking in an appropriate amount of time before the round begins, following playing norms during the round, and correctly reporting your score after the round all require integrity and will signal your values to your special playing partner. Failure to act with integrity during any point of the golfing experience can cause your special playing partner to question your character, limiting your success in forming a relationship with them. Mindfulness. Mindfulness refers to where you place your attention. When people are being more mindful, they focus on noticing what is happening around them in the present, rather than rehearsing some future event or replaying some past event. Mindfulness offers many benefits to business leaders. It is associated with being more creative, recognizing and leveraging opportunities as they emerge, and being viewed as more likable and charismatic. Being mindful is critical to success in using golf to access business leadership. For example, before the round, you need to be mindful to treat your playing partner as a guest. Mindfulness is also important during the round. You need to stay mindful, for instance, by not letting your attention stray to your score, but instead remaining focused on developing and nurturing your relationship with your playing partner. Mindfulness is also important after the round, when you are trying to ensure your objective for the round is achieved. Strategy. Lastly, you need to act strategically when using golf for the purpose of accessing business leadership. For business leaders, strategy involves analyzing a situation, planning to achieve an objective, and undertaking the actions required to implement the plan. Given the importance of strategy in effective leadership, many firms have begun to formally incorporate strategy into decision-making by creating the position of Chief Strategy Officer. Strategy is important before, during, and after the golf experience being used to access business leadership. A great deal of planning takes place before the round. These plans are implemented during and after the round, all with the intention of developing and nurturing a relationship with business leadership. By incorporating the 6 leadership traits, you will be more successful in developing and nurturing relationships with leadership during your golfing experience. You will also be able to demonstrate your leadership abilities to your special playing partners, who may be in positions to offer you leadership and business opportunities. Now that we have reviewed the 6 leadership behaviors, it is time to discuss specifically how they come into play before the round, when you are heading to the clubhouse and the driving range. Equally important is how the 6 leadership behaviors contribute during the round, when you head to the tee box, the fairway, and the green. Last, the leadership behaviors also play important roles after the round, when you head to the 19th hole and then back to the office. It's time to provide the important details. Let's head to the clubhouse and see what decisions and actions are required to use golf for accessing business leadership, and how you can use the 6 leadership behaviors to effectively move through leadership moments in the golfing experience. 1. Golf 101. The use of golf in business requires preparation, ranging from having the right equipment to practicing how to swing the club to knowing the rules and etiquette of the game. These are some of the basics that are important to know for you to play effectively on the golf course and use golf in your professional career. Being able to successfully navigate the golf journey from the clubhouse all the way back to the workplace is also required, but you must be able to play before the journey can begin. In this chapter, you'll learn the basics you need to know to start playing golf. Designated Areas and Rules. The United States Golf Association, USGA, is the governing body for golf in the United States and Mexico, while the Royal and Ancient Golf Club, R&A, is the governing body for all other areas of the world. These organizations cooperate in setting rules pertaining to the 5 designated areas of a golf course: the teeing area, penalty areas, bunkers, the putting green, and the general area. On each hole, play begins in the teeing area. A player can set the ball on a tee or place the ball on the ground to hit it and begin play on a hole. One of the more important rules for the teeing area specifies where you can hit the ball in the tee box. Each tee box has multiple sets of tee markers that differ by color. At the beginning of a round of golf, a player chooses which set of tee markers they will play for the round. For example, blue markers. The player must then tee the ball up between the 2 tee markers of their chosen set on each hole. For example, if you choose to play the blue tee markers, you must tee your ball up between the 2 blue tee marks on the tee box. You cannot tee the ball up outside of the blue tee markers, and you can't line your ball up in front of the 2 markers. The only flexibility you have is that you can go back 2 club lengths from the blue tee markers to tee up the ball, but the tee must stay within the markers. The golf course also has many penalty areas that we will cover in more detail throughout the book. The more commonly experienced hazards involve water hazards and out-of-bounds markers. Any body of water on a golf course is a potential water hazard, including ponds, lakes, ditches, rivers, or other open water areas. Water hazards are marked by either red or yellow stakes. According to the USGA, if your ball falls into a yellow water hazard, you can drop your ball behind the water in taking relief to continue playing. There is a penalty stroke assessed for doing so. A red stake marks water hazards where it is not possible to take relief by dropping a ball behind the hazard. In this case, you drop the ball by bending down and releasing it from knee height. If it keeps rolling back to the hazard after 3 tries, you can instead place it on the ground. There is a 1-stroke penalty for taking relief from a red water hazard. The other common hazard is out-of-bounds areas, which are marked by white stakes on the perimeter of a hole. The penalty for hitting a ball out of bounds is 1 stroke, and you must re-hit a ball from where you hit the shot that went out of bounds. Often going out of bounds is described as a stroke and distance hazard, because you must add strokes to your score and lose the distance you hit the ball that went out of bounds. Alternatively, water hazards involve only a stroke penalty. The bunkers of a golf course are depressions in the ground that are often man-made and created to test a player's ability to hit the ball from sand. Bunkers located around the green are called traps or greenside bunkers. Bunkers in the fairway area between the tee box and green are often called fairway bunkers. One of the more infamous types of bunkers is a pot bunker, which is round and has vertical walls that make it hard to advance the ball forward if you go into one. The main rule to remember if you go into a bunker is that you cannot let your club touch the sand before you make your swing to hit the ball. It's referred to as grounding your club if it happens, and you are assessed a 1-stroke penalty. The next designated area is the green, which is located at the end of each golf hole and contains the hole. We know the word hole is used to describe both one of the units of play on a golf course and the hole on the green at the end of a unit of play. Knowing which someone is talking about is situational and something you learn from experience playing the game. The green is the only place on the course where you can physically touch the ball once it is in play. Otherwise, you must play the ball as it lies, except to take a drop from a hazard as discussed earlier. On the green, you are allowed to do things that you can't do on other parts of the golf hole, such as marking, lifting, and cleaning your ball, repairing damage to the green, and removing sand and loose soil. One of the important rules on the green is that you can't test the green, meaning you can't roll a ball to see how fast or in which direction your putt may move. Also, if you are in someone's line of play, you can move your mark over with your putter head, but you must remember to put it back in its original spot. If you do not, you receive a one-stroke penalty. A recent...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?